Well, that was fun. This is Cougar Afterthought Show from GoCougs.com. That's Brad Towns, former U of H athlete. That's Galen, the actual U of H athlete you may have heard of. And I'm Ryan. Starnes will be with us after they finish the press conferences. Guys, what did y'all think about what you saw today?
I thought it was this is a game that I've been looking forward to U of H playing. Not Texas, but this style of game. They they showed exactly what kind of team they can be, and I love the tempo, and I
Yeah.
love the fact that
Hmm.
they destroyed an inferior opponent the way that you should destroy an inferior opponent. They beat him physically. They beat him with everything. Texas didn't have a single chance in this game at all.
Galen?
Yeah, I think that we had led in every statistical category with the exception of free throw shooting. I thought in the first half, and we didn't trail that by much, but I thought in the first half it was a dog fight. It was back and forth, and I just caught myself just getting so into the game because that's the style that I feel like we're our best at when it's just all heart. I thought our guys that came out ready, hungry, and they really outmanned Texas. So I was really impressed with how our guys played, and I'm looking forward to the next game, next little revenge game we got against Iowa State. Absolutely.
Calm down. Uh, I'm going to be honest. I thought that U of H would get up about 22 to 24, and the offense would kind of a little bit.
Mm,
You felt this they could have extended that lead out to 30, 35, 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
Uh, I think Texas was completely outmanned. Kelvin said something during I think it was right after the camera came down, uh, said it to a couple of former players that were sitting near the bench.
with a
Said
worst
that
free throw
this,
shooting team.
yeah, how did you know?
Because
Did you?
he says that about every team he has.
Well, this might be the truth, though. Uh,
Yeah,
they were pretty bad. But it's guys that you're not expecting to make free throws.
yeah.
Pryor was 2 or
Yeah.
3 on that 3 pointer. Shed was 3 or 4, and Emmanuel was 4 or 4.
Hmm.
Tugler was 0 or 2. Uh, Juwan and Javier went 2 of 5, and then even Ryan Elvin went 1 of 2. But that's a hard spot
Hmm.
to come into. Our Lady Gwen,
hey
sometimes
Gwen, good to
Y,
see you.
uh, and then congratulations, go Cougs. Kelvin and LJ and Jamal just sat down for press conference. So
Hmm.
if y'all hear it over my shoulder, that's what it is. Uh, what was what do you think U of H did best tonight, Galen? Today,
Um, just play with energy, play with hunger, play with the positive fear. I feel like Texas, in a lot of ways, they're a super talented team, and they're a team that could have very much won this game. Looking at their roster and how they play, but our guys were locked in, they were focused, and I thought that our crowd, I think it was a record attendance. I thought that that played a huge part in our energy and being where it is, and giving us that boost. Because this same team played at Texas with their crowd, and I think we only won by single digits. So it's just like our
in
crowd definitely
overtime.
helped. Yeah, our crowd, they definitely help propel us, and it's just good. It's just good to see the energy and the liveliness in that arena, and it being a home court advantage that could help us win home games in the Big 12.
Let me ask you. You said they're a super talented team.
Hmm.
Are they a super talented team, or do they have super talented players?
Super talented team because obviously it's not easy to win any game in the Big 12. Their point guard is 10 points away from 3,000 career points.
Well,
They have super talented guys, great pieces to that team in that locker room. But like I said, we were just us today, and our crowd they helped propel us. And I feel like Texas is a tournament team, and based on the draw that they get, they might be able to go a little further than we anticipate. But tonight, our guys they were just a better team in every way, shape, and form.
I don't know. I think Texas is hovering on the outside of the bubble right now. He's dropping to 5-7 in the league.
Your sounds weird all of a sudden. Just FYI.
Check. Can you hear me now?
That's
Yeah,
a
you
lot
go,
better.
there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now they're sitting at 5-7 now in the league. They got a tough road to hoe.
Yeah.
Please do not use the word hoe
Yeah.
on this.
But I feel like they have so many opportunities though. Like all you have to do is just probably win a big road game in the Big 12, or probably win a couple games in the Big 12 tournament. So it's just like you can never count that program out.
A. Smith is 9 of 42 in the last 16 months against U of H. Once at Oral Roberts and twice with UT. He's made 9 shots and 9 turnovers. That guy never wants to see Jamal Shed ever again. He never wants to see LJ.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to see anybody in a Cougar uniform again.
Right.
It is nightmares for that young fella.
I mean, he's 3 of 27 at Fertitta Center.
Is that good?
Not only did he shoot bad, he got his shot packed at least twice.
A lot of times. It seemed like a lot of shots that he shot got blocked. Yeah.
And not only the one thing that tells me that this kid was not ready for this game, he was scared to death, is that he got the ball 1-on-1 versus Jawan off a pick and roll, got rid of the ball, and then he got it back and then tried to dribble. And when he did, he ended up shooting a fadeaway and barely clipped the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't want any part of this game.
But I feel like with guys like that, their performance is not only based on the environment, but the offensive success that they may have early. So he probably missed a few shots early that kind of got him out of rhythm. And then he was like, damn, I ain't getting shit. And it's just like when you factor in the environment and what's at stake, it can rattle you. And I definitely do believe, like watching him this game, like Ryan, like he definitely looked rattled. Like the environment, he looked like he was not the same. He was not. That's not a guy who was about to score 3,000 points. That's not what he looks like.
I wrote down in my notes, no peace. Because Texas, there were points in this game where they get the ball and U of H would tip a pass and block a shot and tip another pass and then tip out a rebound. And, I mean, that has to wear you out. Just seeing a team that is so hungry for that ball. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of times UT people are kind of used to a country club sort of atmosphere and getting every call. But, you know, after that first start, at the start of the game, they were getting some bizarre calls. But once that settled down, they did not understand what they were up against.
I could just tell, like, our guys, they were locked in. Everybody was dialed into the scouting report. Like, I could just tell by our switches and when they ran certain actions, how we were able to communicate defensively. I could just see our defensive camaraderie, and they were definitely locked in, and there was no way that they were going to lose this game.
And I think one of the things that helped really set the tone is we were attacking on offense. Normally we're really attacking defense, but this time we really attacked offensively, got the ball to the paint, kicked out when needed, but we were getting up and down the floor and actually playing with tempo. Usually you see us get the ball and then, you know, hustle down and then pull it back. This time we were going. And that was downhill. I think that was that's the one thing I've really wanted to see in what this team could do is I wanted to see them play in an open game and just let it rip offensively, and that's exactly what they did. And they looked really good doing it.
The steals and the blocks really changed the game. And, I mean, the numbers were crazy. U of H had 7 blocks and 13 steals. That's 20 possessions that you took away from them. And what did Texas make? 20 shots? 22 shots. I mean, that is the game. And so, good comment.
And also
Who's
plays
watching a
like
game?
that.
Who's got the game on? I hear a
Oh,
whistle in the background.
I think that's. I'm watching Duke and Florida State right now.
Okay.
Hey, can you turn the volume down, bro? Because they can hear it.
Can
Yeah,
you turn
but
the
I feel
volume
like
down, bro?
yeah, my guy over there. But
He's got his own producer now.
Yeah, that's impressive.
But I feel like the blocks and the steals, those are plays that are not only demoralizing for the opposing team, but they get our crowd juiced. So you compile mistake on energy, and it's beautiful for us, but it's hectic for the other team to have to deal with.
Right.
TCU beat Kansas State in Manhattan,
Mm.
and it
Nice
looks
win.
like Oklahoma State's going to
Damn.
beat BYU
Oh,
Damn, where are they playing at?
in Stillwater. But
Oh,
still,
yeah.
uh,
I mean,
it
yeah,
was
no way they would have
40,
been playing at BYU.
but it was 49-34 at the half. Oklahoma State scored 49 in the first half on them.
wow.
And then Iowa State beat Tech. So that's going to set up
A nice little showdown.
2 9-3 teams
Mm-hmm.
Monday night at 8:00, which I mean that's the game of the year.
Yeah.
You know, with everybody else, Baylor has 4 losses.
You know what's crazy though, Ryan?
What's crazy, Galen?
We're gonna beat the shit out of them folks.
I think it's a 20-point game.
We're gonna beat the shit out of them folks.
I think the next day and a half is going to be hell for this program. They are going to focus on this. They're going to erase this as soon as they're done with this press conference.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be like a
Well,
super,
the focus.
yeah, it's gonna be like a super detail oriented film session. And yeah, it's probably gonna be light just because of the back to the close proximity of the games.
Yes.
But yeah, our guys, they're gonna be in that film room for sure. Absolutely.
Love seeing the guys at the game. Galen, why weren't you there? Yeah,
I had to do this,
Galen
man.
does have a job.
And it's like I had one ticket. I couldn't just go by myself. I got my girl and my partner. I couldn't bring them. Lauren said I got one ticket.
Wait, you didn't come because of that?
Yeah. And it was at noon. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think you're just dedicated to the show.
Yeah.
That too.
That's what we'll go with right there, baby.
Yeah.
The horns. Wow.
I'm going to say this is the best 40-minute crowd that's ever been in this arena. The energy they had early in this game, and you know, even with the fouls and stuff, the crowd was 100% a big part of this. And guys like UT guys, I assume they come into an arena like this and think no problem. But the energy, and I'm going to tell you, this whole place was packed at tip-off, which you don't see.
Yeah.
And so, you know, there was a concerted effort to get people in their seats with Mike Paday and with basketball, and it worked. Guess what? That's exactly what you need. And I think they'll be there at 8:00 Monday as well.
Yeah, that was a big boost getting them moved back to 8:00.
Yeah. I don't think anybody really expected it, to be honest, until it happened Thursday.
Right.
How many people you got in the house, Galen?
3, 2.
Okay. Oh, so he just walked behind you. Okay.
Yeah.
It got loud in here.
Ryan, you funny, man.
Why am I funny?
You are funny, man. You are funny.
I just don't.
Can we
all
take a moment of silence to acknowledge the emergence of Jamal Shead and his just absolute dominance?
Yeah.
Can we do that, please? Like watching his growth over the years and how important he is to our team and the little everything that he's been able to figure out. I'm truly proud of that guy. Truly proud of that guy, man. It is beautiful. It is beautiful to watch how the control that he has on our team and how the guys follow his leadership. It is truly a pleasure.
Yeah,
He had
he's had
16 points. He had 16, 11,
16 and
6,
11.
and 6. No, he had 6 steals and 6
Six.
assists.
That's
So
crazy.
he could have gotten a triple-double
crazy.
2 different ways.
He could have got a quadruple double damn near.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had games where he scored more. He's had more assists, but I think this is one of his best overall complete performance. I mean, just the numbers speak for themselves, but the way he controlled the ball and controlled the offense, and then the way he did it defensively was, I mean, that's everything you could ever dream of in having a point guard. I mean, he was insane today.
Absolutely. Coach Sampson has completely given him the keys to the bus. He has completely just surrendered the offense to Jamal, and you can just tell by how they play, how he plays, and whenever he's in an aggressive mindset, I feel like that puts our team in a completely different atmosphere. Whenever he's attacking, the sky's the limit for our team. Whenever he's timid, anybody can beat us.
Hey, you knew it was going to be a good day whenever he got his dunk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But you could just tell the attention to detail and the sense of urgency from tip off. I just thought that I was like, yeah, this is going to be a good game for him. And you never know with a guy like that, he can impact the game in so many ways. You can't just chalk it up to, it's just going to be offensively. So I just knew that I could just tell he was locked in. I knew he was going to have a big game just based on how he started the game.
Yeah.
So just as a little bit of context, the backups come out 2 hours before the game to start warming up. The starters come out 90 minutes before the game. They don't let the crowd in till an hour before, so people really don't get to see this. But I go and sit down at the baseline just to watch. I want to watch guys warm up, see what they're working on. And Jamal came out today in a laughing, having a good time, fun mood. And it struck me at that moment, like, okay, this either means it's going to be off the rails bad or he's completely locked in and ready to go. Well, guess what happened? When they came back out at 32 minutes, the student section was full up in the arena and then down on the floor. And they gave the team the biggest ovation I've ever heard students give them when they come out for the warm-ups. And the guys 100% noticed and were totally locked in. And that was really cool to see. These guys are making it to where the students are going to be here for generations. Y'all did it, but they disappear for a lot of games. They're now seeing that other Big 12 teams do this, and the students are taking ownership of that. And I really appreciate that part of it, because
Absolutely.
when you have those students and they're a vital part of what you're doing, that's the next level.
I feel like that's what sets certain programs apart from the others is just the student support and the students being there. Like the atmosphere that it creates is a huge advantage. Huge advantage.
Yes, it got back moved to 8 o'clock. I hope
You
UVH
better be
does
there,
a
Big
good
Jack.
job. Yeah,
You better
there you
be
go,
there,
Jack.
Big Jack.
Watch out, Jack. Jawan Roberts had a really interesting game. Besides the flagrant foul he got for ruining that camera, I thought he was everywhere. His defense, how he just affected like possession after possession on the other end of the floor. And he ended up with 4 or 5 assists. He had 7 rebounds, 4 assists. That's not a bad day. He's still struggling. He did shoot the ball with the right hand in pregame. I don't know if he did in the game.
He did.
But he was going to the right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all can lay off him.
He got him to the left, and then spun and had free reign to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
See, he was just waiting.
I wrote that down on my notes. Jawan went to the right.
Finally.
Holy shit.
Finally.
He was just waiting for this game to do it.
It was a beautiful move. I mean, it was a great move. Just 1-2 dribbles and then spin and you got it.
I feel like what Coach Sampson does a good job of, especially with our seniors, is just getting them to like focus on the moment. You know, you got a home game against Texas in the Big 12. It's your last year. It's just like that stuff that I can remember growing up when I was a kid. My dream school was Texas, and I'm sure with Jamal, his dream school was, you know, grew up in Austin, around Austin. All he probably heard about was Texas. So it's like he does a good job of getting our leaders motivated, and that in turn trickles down to our other guys, and it brings the result that it brought tonight.
Right.
Sorry about your home school there, Galen.
Fuck Texas.
I'm not a big fan of this horns down thing, to be honest.
I like it. I think
it's kind of childish, but
Tuck Texas.
If people get into it, cool, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think people are doing it because Rodney Terry made a big deal about it, and so like people are trying to like overdo it now because we know that it bothers them.
Yeah.
Nobody would make a big deal out of doing horns down until they started crying about it a few years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
then they didn't they get it made illegal in the Big 12?
That's the thing, is that when they made it like the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Like it's basically targeting, you know? Yeah. I mean, it's like
tells you a lot about that institution, man.
Well, I think it just
can't win with guys from Texas.
You can't make that big a deal about it. Getting national props.
If you're going to wear doo-doo orange, you might as well have, you know, some thicker skin.
Doo-doo orange, LOL. It's you know, if they want it, they can get it. I'm glad that whoever that was, I'm glad they found that funny because it was supposed to be funny.
Hey man, soak them, dude. Soak them.
100%.
You'll probably sell some too.
Texas versus everybody, 150. Yeah, get at your boy. And like the bio is like vomiting faces. So I don't know if anybody's really gonna buy it, but yeah.
I knew something good had to be coming because I got all my emails all at once.
So U of H missed 17 shots in the first half. Got 10 offensive rebounds out of it.
Elite.
That is elite. And then 5 blocks and 6 steals in the first half. I mean, you broke their hearts before halftime.
Yeah. They don't have heart.
Well, I mean, you ruined
their will. Yeah. You destroyed their will. You ripped out their soul and fed it to them.
And it's just like once you take away a team's will, and it seems like after every time you do something, they put their heads down, you destroy their team morale. It's almost impossible to come back from that on the road, especially with the crowd, like the crowd that we had. So yeah, once you could just see the trend and the direction that the game was going.
Yeah.
I think we went into halftime, up 13? Yeah. They didn't want to play.
Oh, I think it was more than 13. It was 13. You're right.
13,
my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't want to play.
Yeah. It was 17-17. So you outscored them 23-10 down the stretch. In the first half. And I think that's when they tied it up. I don't think they ever took a lead. I think they tied it at 17. And U of H just flipped that switch and said, yeah, all right, enough of that.
And I feel like a lot of their points just came from us just being overly aggressive. Like they got a couple and ones, and I think the one and one that Asmus got when E-Man fouled him when he was shooting the 3, it's just he was right there, but he was just so overly kind of just wanted to take away everything. And
there's no way that's a foul, though, right?
Me being objective, I could see how I'd want that call if it happened to one of our guys.
You're not here for that.
I mean, I'm
cares
just
if you're
honest,
objective.
man. I watched the replay and I was like, damn, like got him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it's better to, like a Coach Sampson, he always says, it's better to turn a guy down than to have to, tune him up. So our guys are ready.
I like the way Jamal played against Weaver this time. What did Weaver end up with? He ended up 4 or 6, so we only got
And they
6
just like
shots off.
disrupt his game. Then the last time you see Weaver, didn't he have 29?
I don't recall, but maybe.
Jamal had over 20 the last when we played. I think he had 25. It's like I don't feel like that was much of a disruption if a guy has a damn near career high.
Well, he did pretty
Weaver,
well at the end of the second half at Texas. Whenever he basically just followed him all over the court, didn't give him an inch of space, and tried to deny. If he could keep the ball, if he could keep the ball away from Shed, that was the only way you could stop him. But I'm honestly, I like Weaver. I think he's.
Yeah, I do too. I like him.
I look at him.
He looks like the dude that's sitting in front of me right now, like as really as yeah. But I like Weaver for sure. I feel like Malik could be who he is for them, for us. I feel like Malik has that capability.
Yeah. When I look at their roster, I see a lot of talent out there. But the only guys that I see that would be a fit here would be Weaver and Dylan Mitchell. And he didn't get
Dessou or Mitchell.
I like Dylan Mitchell.
Talking about Mitchell. That's a light skin. I mean, that's a super athletic kid, right?
Yeah.
23.
He didn't hardly play. He didn't play much at all. I don't know why. I mean, they wanted to put Shedrick out there, and that was fine with me because that dude, he's okay, but he's not an impact player.
Hi, Starns.
Starns, what you got? You get anything in press conference?
Got some good stuff from Calvin on the on tip outs.
Okay, what do you got?
He said a lot of that was due to it's more about their togetherness defensively and being in the right spot and their coverage calls and things like that, and knowing, if I go off my guy here, then I have to be here, and then someone else has to be here in case the ball gets tipped or the ball gets swung the other way and things like that. And he gave a pretty interesting answer on that. He about the crowd, I asked him about it, and he sort of brushed it off and said, it just felt like a normal game to him, how good the crowd was, saying that they've had a bunch of games like this. But later on, he said, they're so proud of the crowd at Fertitta Center.
Absolutely.
After going to these Big 12 crowds, and he says, the Fertitta Center is matching these crowds that they go to on the road.
Yeah. They're trying to normalize big crowds being loud.
Right.
And can we just appreciate Galen sitting like a king? I mean, this is.
Why can't I be comfortable, bro? I'm just sitting down, bro. Why you gotta put?
Unbelievable. Yeah. So, Starnes, what are your thoughts on what you saw in the game?
I mean, I was wondering if you were going to ask me for a stat, but
we're way past that.
Yeah, they just Max Asmus after the game said that they out toughed us, and I think that's pretty clearly what it was. Out rebounded them pretty substantially. Got 13 steals, 6 of them from Shed, 4 of them from Sharp, which is pretty ridiculous
activity.
But you could just tell, once the lead sort of got past a certain point, especially in the second half, Texas was they were trying to rush, they were trying to press, and they just didn't really play with a lot of poise. And if you do that against this Houston defense, I mean, there's no chance. And I remember the last game, Galen, you mentioned how on runs, it's not a good idea to just get up a shot, even though this may be the first thought. And it seemed like Texas during those runs was trying to get up a quick shot, and that proved to be part of their undoing.
And it's whenever you're making changes to your offense or defense out of desperation, and you don't have any success, it's like shit. what do we like? What do we like? Nothing's working. You know, it's like a sense of panic that may trickle in. So yeah, they were trying to change this, change that, and they just weren't having any success. So I just attribute that to our guys just being ready and being locked in, and just coming out and just punching them in the mouth. LOL, that's funny.
I don't think you saw this one, but I wanted you
I
to.
see it. What did he say? Not a king. Damn, Gwen. It's like that. I thought we was cool.
I just wanted
Oh,
that for
man.
screenshot purposes. That's the only reason we kept it on Galen that long. Juwan did go to the right, 100%
Yes.
true.
Yes.
Finally.
We
Had a
spent
spin move
28
and a
minutes
nice
on.
layup.
Yeah, we already talked about that. Juwan 1, camera 0. The funniest thing about this is they worked on that damn camera. I got here at 9 o'clock this morning. Basically, first guy in. I had to unlock the doors.
Damn, Ryan.
They worked on I wanted to see everything. And then I got here and Marcus is down on the floor shooting. He grabbed Jonathan Laredo, one of the student managers, and came out and started shooting early this morning. He came up in his UGG slippers, which boss move. That was impressive.
What was it?
Okay, those are
$6,000
not quite.
Uggs.
Yeah, I
Not
like
quite the
those.
same
Dude.
Gotta
thing.
have the Uggs, man. Gotta have the Uggs.
Wait, those are Uggs? Because his
Yeah.
looked a lot nicer than that.
No, I've had these for a little minute, but you know it's crazy. I had these and Coach Sampson. Whenever we were getting on the bus and going on a road trip. I forget where we were going, but I had them on, and like Coach Sampson cursed me out for having them on. He called me soft as shit. And then it's like I see these guys now; they're wearing like damn near house shoes, and it's tolerable. And it's just like y'all don't even know what I had to go through for y'all to be able to wear this. Like
Well,
y'all should be thanking
I
me.
think the thing now is
Crazy.
everybody's wearing like socks with slides.
Oh yeah.
Thought you were
So-
supposed to do that.
I did not think Marcus wearing the Uggs made him soft. Now, he was carried off in a gold chariot, which I thought also made him a little soft. That
Yeah,
NBA
that's cool.
money is a little different.
Little different. Little different.
Yeah, like what was it? A $6,000 bag with him too.
I don't know how much his bag cost, but you ain't getting that on eBay.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Gwen loves her Uggs. Oklahoma State did beat BYU. The move Jawan had was disgusting. I think that's
And
That's a
everybody,
cool
this is a urgent alert. There is currently a Drop It T-shirt release going on onesubstantial.com for everybody
Right
who
now?
wants to purchase. Absolutely. We could tell Mama Ryan to go ahead and tap in. You know what I'm
Mom?
saying? We got it ready. So head on over if you haven't already done so, and give yourself a nice gift.
So these are T-shirts.
Absolutely.
There's no hoodies.
It's a few, but it's a few, but it's more so like it's getting warmer, even though today is pretty cold. But it's like it's a t-shirt type
You gotta
vibe.
get geared up for the March run.
You gotta get geared up for March Madness, man. You gotta get geared up.
And get your Texas versus everybody shirts
Yeah, for 150. Mm-hmm.
for 150.
Mm-hmm.
Starns, do your stat.
It was just going to be the first half rebounding margin, which I think was 26-18, and at one point I think earlier in the first half, U of H had I think 10 offensive rebounds, and Texas had like 12 total rebounds, which
Damn.
was pretty wild.
Stat line Starns.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Stat line Starns. There
Starns
he
Bucks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Red or black hoodies available anytime soon.
You know, I'm gonna just make them available later on tonight. Why not? It's just the t-shirts they get done significantly faster, so the return time is probably a week. But you know, why not, man? Probably after we beat Iowa State. Who knows?
There you go. That's a bonus.
Make sure to sign up on the website and you'll get your notification.
what a great atmosphere. Raul from Orlando came up to me and started talking about how much he loved the show. And Andy Yanez was sitting next to me, and I was like, well, do you watch his show? And he was like, and then Andy looked over and he was like, yeah, of course. Yeah, I like him. It was on Raul. We go. Let's go. People want those hoodies. You've got this product that is so hard to get now. And, when you started this, I don't think you realized how big this was going to be. But they were actually everywhere in this arena.
Not at all. But Bishop gave me the idea. Coach Alan Bishop, the head strength coach, and he likes kind of supporting in his own way. So he gifts the guys a specific whatever hoodie to once they complete strength and conditioning training. And I think what got it all started off was Marcus wore one to a post-game press conference, and then everybody got wind of it, and that's kind of how it all kind of ballooned. That was crazy. Yeah, shout out to Bishop, man. Shout out to
What
Bishop.
idea did he give you?
He was like, gee, I got this idea, and it's like he talks like he talks kind of strong, and he basically gave me like the Houston versus everybody idea, and told me like different colorways to do it in. So all this stuff. I mean, now I'm kind of taking the reins on it, but the initial idea, it was 100% his, and it was just something that he was trying to do for the team. And then obviously our supporters got wind of it; they wanted one, so I had to make it available. Mm-hmm. Shout out to them.
I agree with this. There were not that many UT people in orange. I think there was a few more. I think there were more people cheering for them that were wearing orange.
Damn.
Well, they remember how close the game was in football when they came here, and realized that Kelvin's not Dana, and so it was going to go very, very wrong for them today.
Shit, it went wrong for him in Austin.
I keep seeing a lot of seats. Those are ticket broker seats, and U of H has to do something about that. You can't keep selling these seats to these ticket brokers because they're the only ones you're seeing. You're seeing them in kind of the corners of the arena. I noticed them right before tip. There was a segment of seats that were empty, but otherwise, I thought the crowd was fantastic, totally filled in. It looked really good. You also have to realize that this is not the easiest place to get to park and to walk to for an 11 a.m. game. We are not talking about Todd Whitting today.
That's
not at all. Not at all.
I can tell you about it.
Yeah. Starns has his own podcast tomorrow. You should check it out.
No,
it's all Todd Whitting radio. Iowa State game. The red hoodie is fire. I think this is a 20-point game. I think Galen thinks it's a win. Well, ass kicking, I think he called it. And Brad will go with the crowd. I don't know what Starnes thinks, but he's a journalist, so we're not going to ask his opinion on a future game.
Thank you.
Okay. Connor counted. I don't know why Connor counted, but he did. Good for him. The look is not good. Center court behind the benches. So behind the UT bench, those are tickets that go to UT.
Texas, yeah.
If they fill them or not, they're club seats. They're great seats, and it's just because of how U of H designed the arena. You have to give the opposing team seats right behind the bench, and that they're club seats, and that's where the camera goes to. Yeah, but normally you don't put your premium dollar seats right there.
Yeah.
Which U of H had to do or did. Maybe they didn't have to.
Unfortunately.
Weaver needs a new haircut. I'm going to tell you something. Weaver's got very few options. There's just not a lot you can do.
I think he's making the best out of it before he has to shave it all off.
I mean,
ride with it while you can.
Absolutely.
I got a little something back there, and I feel his pain.
Did y'all talk about the nightmare of a game Max Asmus has had?
Yes, but we're always willing to talk about that more because that guy has not enjoyed his time at Fertitta or against U of H. 9 of 42 in 3 games.
That's 3 made shots a game. Damn.
Galen did math right there. Right.
Good one. Good one, Ryan.
Uh-oh.
3 turnovers too.
Wasn't
Tyrese Hunter
working
with
on the
5
cell
turnovers.
phone.
Yes, it's a lot of traffic, so it might be like a little delay because there's a lot of people on the site right now.
Okay.
Hey, Ryan,
Everybody
let's look at those Mario pictures.
What Mario pictures?
Just came
Did he
through
send
the
them?
email.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are pretty dang good.
Mario is a super talented photographer
They're
who works with
fantastic.
us. And okay, that's y'all talk so I can do this. And
Kansas is about to lose this game.
Weaver goes to
didn't
Towns
they
Barber.
just didn't start?
Yeah, they just started. It's 7-13 Oklahoma, and they're at Oklahoma.
Cincinnati up 10.
I just don't believe these guys I don't believe in them on the road whatsoever.
Well, you shouldn't.
Mac,
Man.
I didn't have a receding hairline
She
until the
said
last 2 years of Dana.
I mean, hey.
Football made me pull my hair out.
Oh man.
I didn't think I was going to have to deal with too much receding. My hair is so thick, but it started to go, man. I got to do something different.
Damn. Well, where you go to get your hair cut, Towns? You go to what? Sports Clips?
Sports Clips, baby.
Oh,
right around the corner.
You weren't supposed to agree with that, brother. That's
I don't think he was hoping you were going to agree. Yeah, that's
Times I can give you an address that's gonna get you right, brother. But it might be, it ain't gonna be no Sports Clips though.
Hey man, it's fast. It's cheap.
Towns said it's right around the corner. Man, Towns, hey, Towns, I like you, bro. No, let me rephrase that. I mess with you. Towns. I mess with you, man.
Thank you.
You all right?
he messed with
What's
you.
that? Right around the corner, man. Sports Clips, terrible establishment, terrible franchise.
But they do what I need done. They get it short.
Hey, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about, man. Getting what you need.
You know, I'm too lazy for a Floby.
That's a pretty funny picture.
What's the ball? What's
They were throwing him the ball.
600 assists?
No, 1,100 games.
Oh damn,
Calvin.
that's tough. That's tough. Jamal is gonna propel himself to getting drafted.
He could.
I really do think so. Just how he's been
Doing
the
all the
best
right
conference with how he's been playing. Yeah, I think he'll definitely. Yeah, for sure.
If you see that crowd, it's right behind the UT bench where there's a big hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, there's just not a lot you can do about that.
I mean, Jamal, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there are odds on it or anything like that, but he's got to be front runner for Bob Cousy, right?
Yeah.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Either him or DeJuan Harris. Oh, brother.
Ryan, put up that one picture of Kelvin looking down at the camera so everybody can get a feel of what it would be like being on the bench at U of H.
The picture won't do it justice.
I didn't even see that.
This will make Galen shudder.
How he didn't attack Mario right in this moment is pretty shocking because that's that looks like he wants to fight. It takes a minute to get this done, y'all. That's
the face that he makes when he tries to be funny and he gets a chuckle and he's trying to be serious and he can't help but laugh.
That's
good old
that's
coach, man. every team is a worst free throw shooting team he's ever had. That's so funny.
I don't know. This one's pretty bad, to be honest.
Yeah, I think this one might be literal. I think he
Yeah.
was saying the other one, yeah, but yeah, this one he might mean that for sure. For sure.
Got one more photo. You know what's a good podcast is waiting around to see photos. That's a good podcast.
No.
A lot of former players out today. A lot of celebrities, namely CJ Stroud. And
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think that's his first game here.
I think so. Ryan, who do you think got the louder pop? Was it Hakeem or was it CJ? I thought it was I think it was probably a little bit Hakeem, but
Coin
CJ
flip?
Stroud, pretty close.
Well, Marcus Sasser got the loudest.
Yeah.
Nate Hinton kind of behind him. Hakeem got a really nice ovation, but he's been getting that for 40 years.
Yeah, yeah.
I think for CJ Stroud, it's I realize where he went to school, but it's still kind of a different thing.
Yeah.
Especially getting an ovation like that in a place where you don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked
Yes.
permission, bro.
Jamal wasn't even all conference preseason. He will be all conference. He could be player of the year.
Tells you how much those experts know. They don't know shit.
Well, Big 12 media had
They don't know
no
shit.
idea about this team. They had
They don't
no
know
clue.
shit. They don't know shit.
No,
I mean,
probably.
I think a lot of them just assume that they were a small team and they did well against their shitty conference. Now they know.
Yeah.
You gonna learn today.
It's not the largest margin of victory U of H has had against Texas. It's not this year. They just lost a game by 35 or something. But U of H beat them in 83 by something like 40 points.
83? God damn.
Well, history goes back a little further than you, Galen.
I mean, but it's like shit.
Yeah, that was also one of the best teams ever.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
the Southwest Conference was not an amazing basketball conference.
Well, you
Top
had
end-
two. You had
top end was
Arkansas
really
and,
good.
and Houston.
Top end was
which-
really good, but the bottom was not great.
Yeah.
not great, but TCU had some good teams, and A&M had some good teams, and UT had some good teams.
Decent
Um,
teams.
UT had some-
SMU was actually good back then.
SMU had a good
with
run.
Concac
Yeah.
It'd be a good conference today. Is
and
that what you're saying?
Concac and Butch Reynolds, I believe.
Ryan?
That was-
Well, it'd be better now because of where Baylor is.
Mhm.
And TCU is pretty good, and Texas Tech is pretty good. Arkansas is
Good.
down right now. And,
How unfortunate for my boy Tremont, man.
Well, made the
They
decision.
just
It ain't
lost
working
to
out
the-
on the floor.
Fuck it, we ball. Yeah.
This was one of my favorite things today, is that right after the game, U of H had put together this video of Willie telling people to get to the game, be on time, be loud for Iowa State. And this sort of forethought and using the football coach to promote the program is wild. Like, I don't know why they decided to start having the football coach do things.
Yeah.
Because the last 7 years, you sure haven't seen it. I also like the red hoodie better than the blue. I do like the blue, but that red. That
Talking about
looks
this one
clean.
or the
yes,
or the
that one
other-
right there. That right there.
Well,
That looks really nice.
well, if you like it, take your ass to onesubstantial.com. Subscribe to the newsletter, so we can get you one. You know what I'm saying?
Galen, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need some 5Xs.
5X's. God damn. Towns. That's a blank. You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing.
It's
I
a
don't want to
tent
rub nobody the wrong
Is
way.
what it is.
Ryan's bought me one, and
5X. You
realized
can fit a family of 4 in it.
he could go
Goddamn.
camping in it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a slim person, but my arms are like 30 6 inches. I have to wear 36-inch sleeves. So
You know what's crazy? I got like the arms length. I got them like 2 inches added to each sleeve.
oh, nice.
And yeah, so it's like people have been complaining like, damn, why does this fit like a? And it's just like it's for my long arm folks, you know. Damn,
Right.
brother,
So
do you
none
mind?
of us.
Yeah, none of y'all, yeah. But for guys like JoJo Tugler, like I'm sure he appreciated the added fabric,
That's
you
right.
know, to
You
the
got to cater
arms.
to the basketball crowd.
Absolutely,
Way to go,
absolutely.
JoJo.
This isn't like little bitty short golfers. This is basketball.
Yeah.
For sure.
What did y'all think of the refereeing? Because they're a
Trash as
good
usual.
amount of fouls. There was a person, I believe, from probably from Austin, who was asking, who asked a Texas player and Calvin about the physicality and how I guess he thought that there were a lot of elbows and things like that, and asked them about how the refs called the physicality down there, and Calvin brushed it off. He
Yeah,
didn't wanna
these are the
answer that.
same people that when the teams played in Austin asked 15 questions about how great that crowd and atmosphere were. So,
I would be, I wish the refs would just be consistent. If you're gonna call big fouls,
They are consistent.
make sure you call them.
They're consistently bad.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they're touch fouls. Sometimes they're, they let people get away with murder. Although I will credit them, they probably made the right call on Galen's little bag slap. I mean, not Galen, Jamal.
Galen did not bag slap anyone.
You know,
As
one
far
thing
as
I
I know.
will say they're incredibly consistent at Kansas. They have great consistency there.
True. Yeah.
I will say that.
Got to get
The
that Adidas
commissioner-
money.
The commissioner wants to make this a basketball league and sell the TV rights on their own, separate from football. Well, if you're ever going to do that, you've got to get this officiating fixed. This product
you better invest in that.
is a good product, but it would be a lot better if you had consistent refereeing. And I'm all for not calling any fouls. Like, let them go play. Let's see what happens.
Hey,
I just feel like what sets our
we
conference apart is just it's fast paced and it's high intensity.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a lot going on. Whether I watch other teams, and I was watching UCLA I think last night or whatever, and it's just like it just seemed like they were just a step slow and it's just a little too lazy. It was just kind of like hard to. You can tell why their record is what their record is. Like it was just kind of hard to watch.
They run a ball screen and nobody's challenging
And
outside the arc.
and that's just, I guess that's unusual for a Mick Cronin team. But I guess it's we all have down years, but that was just very, very, very hard to watch.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, man. He's out there with them soft kids in LA.
Man, soft
That's
ass
exactly
LA
what
kids.
it is. He went
Soft
from
ass kids.
Cincinnati
That's
tough.
not his genre.
No,
That's not his genre.
no, he lost those Midwest guys, and
Yeah.
out there in that, it's too nice a weather out there.
Yeah.
There's too many
the water.
too many soft things to do.
Yeah. Too much soft shit. Too many soft activities. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to come to the
for
third.
sure.
It's not like being in the third world where you might have to
Bring ass to the third world, my boy. Bring ass. Yeah, we'll get you tough.
When you
wondering
get to
what-
a certain age, soft shit is going to be a godsend, Galen. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I'm wondering what Calvin would think of players from LA or coaching at LA.
Soft. I can't win with guys with 2-car garages.
Kelvin?
Kelvin.
That's a great line. When was the last California kid you had on this team? I'm obviously
Jacob's from.
Yeah, but Jacob's
Yeah.
not it. I mean, he's
Breon went to college. He went to JUCO in Cali. I don't know if that counts.
well, he was not Cali soft.
Yeah. Breezy
He was
tough, for
well,
sure.
or maybe he was. He was like, I'm going to go get 4 fouls in 2 minutes so I can sit.
Breezy was that's a tough kid. Breezy was tough.
Out of context comments can be great. No idea what this was about, but I like it.
I like it.
Why would Yormark not hire his own set of refs? So refs are independent contractors, and the money they can make doing that, going 6 nights a week, 5 nights is a lot of money.
2 to 4
Galen
grand.
just
2 to 4
No,
grand per game.
I'm just turning something down.
plus expenses. So
Yeah.
it's a really good deal. And why would you take a salary is what I would say. And I just don't think that's something that can work. But maybe you pay a premium for guys to work your games, which are set days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then everybody plays on Saturday. Make sure your guys aren't working the night before they call a game. I don't know what you could do about that. Do we have anything else about the game itself? It's hard to talk about a game that was over with 31 minutes to play, basically.
I feel like that just shows you how important a home court advantage is in a Big 12.
Yeah.
Our team played with the same type of ferocity and lock discipline in Austin, and then went into overtime because their crowd was able to propel them. But when you eliminate that and put that on our side, you get what you got tonight. I thought our guys they did a great job of being locked in, like I said earlier, and the intensity that they played with, and the attention to detail, and just their hunger to win. They wanted to smother this team from tip off, and I just thought they did a good job of being focused on the scouting report. And what you see is what you get.
Yeah. This is their first team that they played twice. This is the second time.
Yeah.
And so I think,
damn.
I mean, just the away to home difference from this game, from this sample, is 17 points and 5 less minutes.
Yeah,
that's a big deal. And now you got Iowa State, another team you lost to on the road.
I think you bring up a really good point there as far as it being the second time, because once we understand what you're going to do and have a feel for it, you're going to be in trouble. Now, they know exactly what we're going to do, but we don't beat you just because of our tactical genius. We beat you because we're going to out-hustle, out-physical you. But if we can anticipate where you're going to be and know where you like your shots coming from, and we've seen that hands-on, we got a big advantage, because you could run through our sets, you can run through all this, but you can't do it at the intensity that we do it. Now that's but that's one thing that does concern me a little bit about Iowa State, is because they're the only team I've seen in this conference that can play with the intensity that we play at. And so
I don't know if they can play with us like that. Yeah, at the crib, yeah. Right. But it's just like, I feel like it's no secret what we do. Like opposing coaches know we play hard. They know we're going to double the post. They know the basics and the foundation of what we do. But like you said, at times, like the intensity and the level of desperation that we do it at, you can't duplicate that in practice. That is something that you have to, like, I think Jerome Tang said it, like the speed and conviction that we do it with. That's something that you only will get that come game time.
Right. Yep.
That's a pretty cool photo. Crowd looked pretty good in that. Crowd does not look good right now. They've basically all taken it to the house.
And we had a lot of good blocks in the game, but my favorite was Juwan's block, because he just went straight up and pulled it down, face to face, man to man, and just ripped it out of the air from him.
There was one by Jager that was definitely a goaltend, and they did not. Yeah.
Was that the one he slapped through the glass?
No, it was.
No,
I think someone hit a floater, and it was like 3/4 of the way there.
Oh, it really was. That was a quick. I thought it was a good block.
Well, I don't know the exact rule on this.
We're not going to get that called on us.
The shot was going to finish 3 feet short of the goal, it looked like, and I don't care. Whatever. Give them a 2. It doesn't matter. Still cover. Not that we care about that.
I know I don't. I might be the only
This,
guy that doesn't bet. How corny am I?
I think that's a pretty good thing as an athlete right now,
I don't get
But I
not to
mean,
bet.
you can bet on like collegiate. You just can't bet on NBA stuff.
I think
So
you
it's
would
like,
just stay away from it. There's
yeah, I do.
no
Yeah, I don't even.
upside.
Yeah, only. Yeah, exactly. Well,
Uh,
it is if you're betting on the Cougs, but
I used to bet on sports, and then when we started doing this site, I have completely cut it out, just because it's a bad.
habit.
Well, it's just I'm around players so often. I think it just it blurs the line, and so just don't do it anymore. Uh, some broadcasters said U of H players could all come back. That's true. I don't think it's going to happen, but they all could. What will tonight and tomorrow look like? Golden Corral for dinner,
Ooh,
and then they're all taking a spa, and then tomorrow they'll watch a lot of film. Uh, but it is a Golden Corral kind of night.
what about Ryan's Family Steakhouse?
I don't even know if those exist anymore. Everyone I see when I go to these small towns, they're all small churches now. They've turned them like you sell the building and turn it into a church.
Well, I mean, I always treated it like church anyhow.
Uh,
Get a plate
When-
full of steak, like piled 2 feet high.
when I was in school at U of
That's why you
H,
need a 5X. Towns, goddamn.
Exactly. Exactly.
Flame Golden Corral.
That's a guy that gets it.
When I was
Now
at
you
U of
know.
H, I lived down 45, and I went to a dentist, and I looked up while I was sitting in his dentist. I was like, "Oh shit, this used to be a Taco Bell."
Unbelievable, dog.
And then I looked outside, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's where the bell was." All right, let's do some final thoughts and get out of here. Bradley Towns, Bradley Wade.
My final thought is
The
just
way.
like my opening thought. You beat an inferior team. You never let them in the game, and when you got them down, you never let them have any belief that they belonged on the court. Exactly what you needed to do at the right time to do it, and it was great to see this team get out and run and play with as much intensity on the offensive end as they did on the defensive end. I hope that this is the team that we're evolving into, because this is a team that played today is a team that can really, really take a deep, deep run and challenge for the title.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing about this game is that you have 2 games in 3 days, and the crowd, the hype, because it's Texas, it feels like this is the game, this is like the big game that you need to get, but really it's Monday against Iowa State. That is the big game, and when you have a game like Iowa State, 2 days after that first game, you have to take care of business, and you have to be able to get a lead and give guys a rest, and they did that today. It wasn't as good as maybe it was, Oklahoma State or things like that, but Texas is a better team than Oklahoma State.
Mhm.
And so again, you put yourself in a good position for a good Monday game against a really good team for sole possession of first place in the Big 12, and you got it at home. And yeah, you did what you needed to do, and you did it pretty impressive.
Convincingly, yeah. Oh, it's me. Oh, well, I
Nothing
just
gets
think it's
by
cool.
you.
I just think it's cool, man, that like our focus as us being supporters of our program, that a national title isn't that far out of reach. It's kind of crazy that that's very much realistic, I guess that's a testament to how far we've kind of come under Coach Sampson's leadership. But I absolutely loved how we played today. I loved our attention to detail. I loved our focus, and I loved our sense of desperation. And this is a home game that you should be playing this time of the year. We're on the back end of February, walking down into March. I feel like this is the brand of basketball that we need to be playing. Super proud of our guys, super proud of our coaching staff, and I'm ready to see how we come out Monday against Iowa State.
I have struggled with this national championship talk. I got rid of Galen. That's what I did. I couldn't figure out what I did. This national championship talk kind of freaks me out because it's like,
Me too.
well, I don't, they've got this deficiency.
Hey man,
and
you
this,
can't have imposter syndrome, man. We've been the number 1 or number 2 team for the past however many years in the net. Like we have the ingredients to do it. We have the ingredients to do it, man. So
well, the thing is that other people outside the program that haven't watched us for the last 30 years,
fuck them.
They don't. But the thing is, they'll talk about U of H as a title contender. I mean, they can legitimately say, "Hey, you've got this shortcoming and this shortcoming." We have a tough time rationalizing that because we've still got the old memories of an empty Hofheinz. It wasn't that long ago. We've got memories of really, really bad basketball, and it's hard to fathom how far this team has come to where you can say that national title's not out of the realm of possibility. Now, it's not something you can expect, but you can't rule it out either.
Exactly.
My thought goes to the free throws, and if you're in a spot where you just need a bucket, but I think that is so widespread across the country. Everybody is like that this year.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Absolutely.
And, it's all going to come down to draw and location. If U of H is a 1 in the South, going to Memphis, going to Dallas. Could be a lot worse situations. But then
that's where they had us today.
Who's your 8 and 9 seeds?
That's
and
true.
then who are you playing in that 4-5? It can get tricky, and I mean, everybody lives with this, so it's not. Well,
think a few years back we had Illinois in the second round and Arizona in the third round.
Arizona in the third, yeah.
But on our way to the Final Four, we had Syracuse,
Oregon State, yeah.
We were an 8 seed. We were an 8 seed, and everybody that we played was higher than us on the way to the Final Four. So I mean, it really does comes down to draw and who you get.
It does.
Especially this year, because I think the field's wide open. Anybody can take it this year.
And you're talking teams that are ranked 20, 22, 24 right now.
Absolutely.
Could still go on that run, that UConn-like run from last year. Yeah. This team just keeps building, though. If you describe Kelvin as anything, I think he knows how to ramp his team up at the appropriate times and get them playing their best in March. I can't remember a time under Kelvin that this team wasn't playing its best in March. And, not every program is going to be that way. This program in Texas is not that way. They were last year, but for the most part, they haven't been. If I had to describe this game, it's no peace. This U of H team just does not let you relax. They don't let you have an easy possession. You have to fight for everything you get against them. And also, Texas pressing in the last 2 or 3 minutes is one of the funniest things you'll ever see.
A timeout with 40 seconds left.
Yeah, Ramon, they gets the ball across midcourt, and they go in and press it. And I'm like, what am I watching? What is now? You have this sense of urgency? Where's that been for the last 35 minutes?
It's called hopelessness.
Yeah.
They got it. They wanted to try to get it below 20. So they could say, hey, we didn't get blown out by 20 at least. Sorry, guys.
China Star and Pizza Hut, the good old days. Starnes has no idea what this is about.
I know what Pizza Hut is, but I don't.
Yeah, there was a Pizza Hut over near where you park, that parking garage.
But hey, hold on, wait, Ron. I got a special announcement. OneSubstantial.com.
Another one?
Get your gear. Absolutely. For those who didn't see it the first time, OneSubstantial.com. Tap in. Don't be that guy that's, Galen, are we going to have it? No, we're not. Get it now.
This is supposed to be a show from a website. that is about analysis, that is about helping fans understand more.
Yeah, I'm telling
What
them
it
what they
really is
need.
a
I'm telling
fucking
them what they
infomercial
need.
for One Substantial.
And we're going live to the Fertitta Center for
Is
the
it time for shout
infomercial.
outs?
QVC for One
Ooh.
Substantial.
Ooh.
What?
QVC
All right,
for One
Starnes.
Substantial. I like that.
Yeah. Starnes, what you got? What you shout out?
No, is it time for shout outs? I was talking to Galen.
Well, he's
Shout
already
out.
shouted out his own damn company like
Shout
30
out
times.
to One Substantial and shout out to Ryan, man. What you're doing is great. I fuck with y'all boys.
Yeah.
Ryan Towns and Statline Starns. Towns in the 5X. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Get y'all some Sauvignon Blanc. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all some.
That really is a normal size bottle. Galen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is about the size that I need.
Now, that's a normal wine bottle. You're just a massive person.
He's really not. He's like 5'8", is what I remember.
You're projecting, Ryan. You're 5'8".
Yeah, well, there is that. At Starns Leland, at G_Robinson1, where you can go get you some substantial. And then Brad is at I think this is it. I don't even know.
Yeah, that's it. I don't use it, but hey, sure.
Yeah.
Get active, Towns down.
I just set up my lists, and I just watch it roll through.
Yep.
I don't need to get on internet fights, man.
Last thing, I think it's still funny that our supporters, they still go back and forth with Memphis, like they're not losing to North Texas. Like, Jesus Christ, let that go. Let it go, man. They are not. Let it go. Talk about inferior. Jesus.
It is funny to see, though.
Man, it is funny.
I cannot disagree with you more. You are so wrong. Fuck Memphis. Who cares?
Facts.
Every time they underperform. I mean, they have more 5 stars on their roster today than U of H has ever recruited. And they go to Denton and lose, and they lose to UAB, and they lose to Tulane. Tulane's terrible, by the way. Memphis, as of yesterday, was 81 in the net. And writers in Memphis and national writers are saying, they're on the bubble now. No, they're not.
They're not even.
They're nowhere close to the bubble. They can't see the bubble.
Unless they mean the bubble of the NIT, because they're looking CBI down.
CBI.
I mean, CBI should be their tournament. I mean, that's just who they are.
So I have no issue
NBA arena
with anybody going after those people or these people or anybody you want to. Have fun. I mean, we're not brain surgeons here. We're just talking shit. Fine. Go get it, Memphis.
My favorite pass.
So you're wrong. Right. So why are you grilling these poor people?
I mean, it's like talking shit, beating your little brother that you beat 100 times. It's like this is the usual.
Shit talkers buy substantial too.
Absolutely.
We'll learn a lot Monday night. You're absolutely right. You're going to learn if this team is that team, because you have a 1-game lead if you win that game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to Baylor, who right now has 4 losses in the league. That could also be for the league lead. If Baylor wins their midweek game, I think it's Tuesday night. So you're amongst it. You're playing for the conference lead basically every game now. And if you can win this one and win in Waco, things are you're next level. I did not have the expectation of U of H coming into this league and winning the regular season title the first year. Like, if you know me, I don't give a shit about a conference tournament. I think that is a dumb, contrived thing. Winning the regular season is a massive deal.
Well, you come from being an SEC baseball fan, so
Well, but
That-
it's
but this is SEC
if you go
football
through
and
and
SEC.
win this 18 game league,
Yeah.
that means something. A lot more than going to Kansas City and winning 3 games.
Yeah, anybody can win the tournament.
Yeah. So I think it is a huge deal if you can win this one. They're just gonna take the trash out all damn day, right over my shoulders. I don't know if y'all can hear it.
Perfect
Definitely
timing
can.
for the end of
Yeah,
the show. That could
take
sweep
the
you right
trash
with it.
out. Yeah. Well, we are talking Memphis and Texas and trash. All right, that's it. GoCougs.com. We actually have some cool football stuff this week. We've got great basketball stuff this week. And then Starns and I are going to Waco. I'm sure plenty of y'all are. And we'll do this show from Waco after that 11 a.m. game. It's 11 a.m., right? These daytime games are weird. It's hard figuring out. Just didn't have a lot of that in the American. So GoCougs.com, the Daily Cougar. Starnes had a great piece on Jamal this week. He did some mediocre stuff too, but he had a really nice piece on Jamal this week. And so check that out. And we'll see y'all down the road. Thank you. Goodbye.